Welcome back to The Good Talk, our post-game recap and Q&A show where we discuss the game that we just played and answer all your burning questions, both Warhammer and otherwise. We just came off of a fantastic game between the forces of the Alpha Legion from the brand new Chaos Space Marines book against the nefarious Genestealer cults. Of course, it's an Adrian and Zach matchup, which means we played two sneaky armies and with an equally sneaky ending. Now, if you haven't seen it yet, turn back now because we're going to spoil the heck out of it.
You don't see a lot of draws.
No,
you know a game is good when it's a draw.
You know who does draw a lot?
John
John draws
draws
at least once at every event he goes to.
Yeah.
Sometimes twice.
And I think he's probably, I would not be surprised if games played per capita, he was the draw leader in the studio here.
Yeah?
Yes.
Or the world.
Maybe the world.
It's like he's a statistical anomaly.
I think his
It's
draw
crazy.
rate is probably highest in the world.
Yeah, percentage-wise?
Yeah.
For sure. Look, it was a great game. It was, we were saying, as soon as we finished up, like, I felt not comfortable at all. You were feeling like
I was feeling good for me with a new army. I was like, I just want to make sure the game is good.
I think you did a good job.
Thank you.
Proud
I
of
think
you,
you
Zach.
played it well.
It was a.
You weren't like fumbling with rules and.
I'm pretty good at learning an army in a vacuum, like picking a list and kind of learning the list. So I ran some today, very similar to Tuesday. You guys see I kind of run Daliath Tau, and then from there I like to bring one thing in kind of at a time.
Good.
But it is, I'll stick with the Tau comparison for a second. Much easier with this army than Tau to just move out. But unlike Tau, you don't then have these weapons where you're like, okay, delete, 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 delete. No one charges me except for like one thing over here on these crew. Okay, that thing that charged, delete. Okay, delete, delete. This army you actually have to like figure it out, but the push out is way easier. Yeah. Less scary than it is with Tau. It's kind of scary with Tau.
It is, yeah, because you can take the punch, and you have enough threats that it's like, well, if I don't have an answer for everything and I go in, like you'll interrupt and punch back. And the armor, the power armor makes it very unreliable to get through.
Yeah.
So cool.
Especially with armor and content. Now, how do you feel? We've been chatting about Cultists.
Yeah.
How do we now feel about Cultists?
Like I'm back on the cultist bandwagon.
Yeah.
For 50 points, getting 10 OBSEC bodies is great. Legionnaires are great, but they're expansive.
Yeah.
Not much more expensive, mind you. It's like 65 for 5 versus 50 for 10.
They're good.
The Legionnaires?
Yeah.
I know, they are good. They are good. But like, I don't know if 40 is the answer, but I could certainly be interested in like
40 Legionnaires?
No, 40 cultists.
I don't know if that's the answer either.
But I'm kind of into 40 Legionnaires. I'm going to be.
I'll follow you.
I'm going to be painting Legionnaires for Alpha Legion like a Banshee. I'll tell you,
like a Banshee.
Every month, I'm just making 5 Legionnaires. 5 Legionnaires.
That's a good way to do it, honestly.
On top of everything else I'm doing, I'll just make some Legionnaires, some Legionnaires.
Yeah, I think I'm really impressed by Tzeentch Legionnaires.
Interesting.
Every game it comes up, +1 AP on your bolters is amazing. And the first failed save going to 0 damage, because you can get 2 up cover with Armor of Contempt, it's like not reliable to shoot a lot of low strength stuff at them.
Right, you want big shots.
So it feels bad to shoot them with big stuff. It feels bad to shoot them with small stuff.
Just feel bad.
I'm impressed. Like, I think if you spammed a bunch of 5-man Tzeentch squads, it's pretty good.
I actually am kind of thinking in Alpha Legion with also -1 to hit.
Yeah.
I am kind of thinking about that 10-man shooty squad.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried that on Thursday, and it was great. They just like come up the field, and you spend a CP on another AP, and another 6 inches of range, which means another 15 inches of rapid fire.
Oh, demon bolts or whatever.
Demon bolt, yeah. So I think it's cool. They're kind of an all-star. They really take advantage of that icon half of things, right?
Yeah.
So I'm into it. Look, I think we both had things that worked. We both had some flubs, but do you have an MVP overall? We take the day. I know what you're going to say, but
you know what I'm going to say, because it's like, it is at least in the running.
I think it's for sure in the running.
What? Venom Crawler? Is that what you're
I didn't say it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that one Venom Crawler, now, he got a little lucky, and then when he could have used some luck, he didn't quite get it, but then luck happened on the other side of the board.
I'd say his luck ran out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So let's say Venom Crawler can't be the answer. I picked that Tuesday.
What?
I picked that Tuesday.
Is that how that works?
Legionnaires were good. Everything was kind of good. Terminators were maybe the LVPs.
Not impressed by that.
I'm impressed by them. That might have been placement. That might have been user error. But look, I'll also say I kind of liked my my Lord. I mean, he killed things that were going to get killed.
Yeah.
But he did it just by himself. Like that, the fact that he could do that, the fact that you can send him in the 20 neophytes and wreck
Yeah.
is sort of like, now Legionnaires can be doing this. Like it let my other,
Yeah.
in the late game, it let my other faction units do other
Can you give that guy a jump pack?
No. All gone.
Right.
All gone. What? Oh my
There's
god.
some stuff going on here. Heads up.
We both muted though. So.
Don't mute it.
That's very surreal. Your lord. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you could give that guy a jump pack, I think great. Awesome.
Oh, 100%.
But without a jump pack, he can't go stray far enough from the unit that's bodyguarding him to be a solo agent. Like he's never gonna get that far from some part of your army that could have been doing that job.
Yeah.
Well,
he needs Legionnaires around him. He needs. Yeah. You're not wrong.
So you're speaking broadly right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, broad strokes. Oh, certainly I think this game, there's no argument for him to be MVP. Every time he was somewhere, somebody else was there and could have done the job.
Yeah. They're like, you can do it, buddy, but like just in case.
Oh, I don't know about that. Those cultists. First, I don't know if those cultists were gonna kill 5 acolyte hybrids.
That's fair.
They actually didn't.
And then I don't think,
But-
when
You
he
could have
went
sent the mop back.
when
for
he
that.
went into him and the Muller Fiend went into the center unit, right? The big squad of 20.
Maulerfiend and
The Muller Fiend
a
killed
blitz and two
but
Legionaries could have
Would
done it.
you end
He
okay?
didn't put the Legionnaires, but he could have.
But
should've.
here's the deal.
You had
And then
extra.
mop.
What you end?
Classic tab problem.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you
No, you're not wrong. What you it's the classic problem that the Patriarch ran into. It's like it ends up just being a number of attacks issue.
Yeah.
And he kind of gets around that with the Hydra Blade. So I like him with the Hydra Blade. I probably would always run him with that.
Yeah.
Is it 1 damage or 2 damage?
It's one.
It's one. So good against certain things.
Yeah.
But that's the idea. And in this case, it is inefficient to do the build that we had because you had a Thunderhammer and that. It also gives you flexibility. So it's kind of cute. And frankly, that's just because the original model which we use is a Horus Heresy model from Alpha Legion. It's cool.
Super
and he has a
cool.
cool Thunderhammer, so we're like, we got to keep that.
Really
you know?
cool, yeah.
I think it's 2 things. I think he's interesting and good, but he gives rerolls of 1 to core, which is not a lot of things in this list, right? And in this matchup, I don't think he did anything crazy personally. But I think as a concept, with Hydra's Blade, I like him.
I need
That's
more.
where I'm at.
I mean, yeah, I should probably toss more core into the list,
Or less.
or
Maybe
less,
he's not in this version of the list.
or don't
you
take
know?
him. Yeah.
could
But I
have
actually
a-
thought this list was pretty good. Like, I don't even know what things I might.
It's not bad, it's just not polished.
Maulerfiend was disappointing.
You got scared. Felt like it.
He started back a little too far. Yeah. The mining lasers are a little scary. And he got zapped, and he's like, no, and then he hid for
Yeah,
it.
he's like,
Yeah. He went around a different way. Yeah.
So. Yeah, because I almost killed him, and then he had healed up a bunch by the end.
He's at 10 wounds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's really funny. For the GSC side, as far as MVP goes,
Yeah.
I would have to give it to probably the Acolytes with the drills.
Yeah.
They are just awesome. They just get in there, they get the job done, and that's nice. I was sad by the Metamorphs.
They did flub a couple times, though, for you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know who never flubbed? Jackals.
Jackals?
They did their job of just being in a place.
Jackals are great. They're great. There was a lot of times where I need to learn how to finesse these secondaries. And part of it is like I'm taking them because I want to take them because it's cool. It might not be always the best, but I think if you can really finesse them, they are legitimately good. And I'm glad that they added that extra scoring point to ambush. Because the problem before was like, hey, after turn 3, like you basically can't score this. You can get 1 per turn. So I'm glad that they added a bit more to make up for the fact that literally it's impossible to have anyone come from ambush or underground after turn 3. So, yeah, some thoughts.
I need to remember playing a psychic army that I can stay 24 inches away
Yeah.
from.
That cost you a lot of points.
That said, you mostly had your characters in a clump right there.
I did. And
So,
so
it only towards the end kind of.
exactly. It was actually that first turn I made a mistake and I had the biophages like an inch out, and then I fixed it. I had the Patriarch in front, so you actually basically couldn't. Wasn't easy.
The person I was usually targeting was
was
the
a
Patriarch.
psyker. Yeah.
Was
But the first turn it worked for you, and then in the later turns, once
last-
I was spread out.
Yeah.
The later turn, I mean last turn.
Yeah.
I was spread out. So I don't know. Psychic interrogation always feels like a trap to me.
Yeah.
Because this always happens.
Yeah.
Like, if you get denied twice, you're just...
It's rough.
I mean, I guess I should have taken the one that you do in the center of the board.
Warp Ritual.
I mean, at
But
that
then
point...
that gets denied too.
Oh, yeah, I just
Why?
did that too.
No. It goes to 12, and you only have to do it 3 times.
You do only have to do it 3 times, but then you do. I don't know. You denied.
In this particular
You
game,
denied interrogation 3 times, which means he would have failed Warp Ritual as well.
No, but he would have gotten some points.
Yeah, you got some points.
Yeah.
They're about the same.
No, it's
not
true.
really scoring
It's
anything.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know if you guys have any more thoughts and questions about the game. Other than that, I think we're going to dive on in. We do have some mail time.
Oh, yeah, you know what? We do
Yeah.
have mail.
Mail time.
This was
Mail time.
delivered to Megan here to the studio.
Nice.
And we want to show this to you
So we'll
guys.
just open her mail.
It's a little bit of a plug. A little bit of a plug for a mug, because there are mugs now.
Mugs on the store.
There are mugs in our store. Meg got the acid eyes. No, I'm just kidding. The acid mall one.
It's the vomit emoji.
Yeah, I think she's gonna use this as her painting one.
I love it. It's so good.
We have a lot of mugs already, so it's pretty good. Hey, look, the mugs are good. We like to order the things that are on our Teespring to make sure they're not bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, we did find a bad one, right?
We did, and we didn't publish it.
We didn't publish it. So, and we're reevaluating that. So the mugs are up.
This is great. I love it.
Yeah.
I like this full color, too.
The full color is cool.
They've not always been like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Check it out. Teespring. It's our Teespring.
Yeah. It's
We want you
to buy the mug. I'm just kidding.
Buy this mug.
buy this mug.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
all right.
We're off to Super Chats.
Well, we do have quite a few super chats.
Cool.
Thanks, Christos. 2 questions. What do you consider better support for word bearers for tough targets, Mauler Fiends, or Blitz? And which character of word bearers would you bring in 40k?
Probably a Blitz for support. The Mauler Fiends are good, but here's the thing. You have so many other melee demon things that can get in there. That I think probably just that strong firing base. Because everything else is like, yeah, Venom Crawlers, like, it's good, but they're only strength 6. And
Venom crawlers you can't really count on to like murder things.
Yeah.
They're gonna get there, and they're gonna be
they'll tickle 'em.
utility damage, right? They'll tickle them.
Yeah.
And honestly, Blitz are tougher than the Mauler Fiends.
Yeah, because they have 6 wounds each, right?
No, 5.
Which is still 15 as opposed to 9, but it's a lot more points.
They're 2 ups.
But you can res them.
They're 2 ups,
Cinnamon
you can
cover,
res them.
Res them is the thing.
And they're hanging back in your Cursed Earth bubble.
Yeah.
For 4-up involved.
4 up.
So
Which, honestly, at 0 up Armor of Contempt cover, how much AP 5? How much AP 5 is there in the game?
Yeah, you
right?
actually don't really need to do it.
Or if you 4 more cover.
I was doing it. I was in the center of the board today, and often failing it anyway. I've been loving the Oblitz. I think the Oblitz are like, kind of like they've been a delete button.
Yeah.
They kind of delete things.
Which is what historically they have been.
Which is what they've
Yeah.
been. Yeah.
They're so difficult to remove with Armor of
tough.
Contempt. It's just like I didn't even try this game because I know.
No, it's
and
not
again, it's like the classic Apothecary problem. Like if I don't kill more than 1, I've killed
zero.
nothing.
You have to kill more than 1.5 for anything to happen.
Now,
Which is
you know,
like...
to be fair, you would have failed your psychic power and they would have not come back. But I can't count
Yeah.
on that.
And here's what's crazy about what you just said. That's not actually even correct, because the power heals D3
Yeah.
and
reses.
reses a model.
So you have to kill 1.5. That's what I said.
Oh, well, you have to kill.
1.5 before you do anything. You've done nothing until
Oh, I
you've
see.
killed 1.5.
Now you have like now you have a guy with like 1 or 2 wounds on him. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Uh-huh.
What character of Word Bearers would you bring in 40k?
Oh, I know. First of all, what I'm assuming which character would you bring
Erebus.
in 40? Yep. I'm assuming he means bring from
30k?
like into the lore.
Erebus.
And I've already said I want an Erebus demon. I want an Erebus demon.
Cool.
I want the cool head with the. I want them to do the tats by actually having it be embedded into his head a little bit.
That'd be cool.
I want him to have wings, and I want him to be not quite definitely not like a Magnus or Mortarion level. I want him to be like 9 wounds, wings.
Like an Abaddon level.
Yeah, like an Abaddon
Oh my
level.
god, not an Abaddon level. You kidding me?
280 points. He'll have 8 wounds. Everything else is the same.
No. No, I know you love your Abaddon, and he's cool.
Abaddon, he's like the main character.
No. But here's the deal. Erebus
Uh-huh.
has been turned into a demon prince, and he's actually a demon prince.
No, but that's like
And
part
he
of
was
Abaddon's lore.
Secretly,
Is Abaddon
He's
a
been
demon
offered
prince?
demon prince, demonhood many times, and he always turns it down.
But see, that's my point. Exactly.
What?
Erebus did not turn it down. So
He took
Erebus is going to be.
So he's an idiot. When you become
Yes.
a demon
Hold
prince,
on.
you're like possessed by a demon, and you don't like you're like not responsible. for your own
Adrian,
will.
I'm not arguing any of
Yeah.
this, but I'm saying in game,
Yeah.
Erebus needs to have like the 9 wounds of a demon prince. Like he
Yeah.
actually should be a demon prince.
I'm
like,
just saying he shouldn't be more powerful than Abaddon.
No, not more powerful. Strictly weaker. 8
No,
wounds, 280 points.
No, he can't be as strong as Abaddon. Like, that's the whole thing.
He won't have Drachnian.
No. This is
And he'll have some weird ability that's like you whisper in somebody's ear and you steal command points.
It's from your own men, though.
Did you get command points from your own?
Yeah. He
right.
can't be as strong as Abaddon. Hard stop.
No, I think he would be a utility piece. He'll like beat a little bit in combat, but mostly I think he should be a utility piece.
You know what he would be?
He should have a custom spell where it's Treason of Tzeentch, but not ridiculous, like not hard to cast.
Yeah.
And it's only combat. You only get them to hit things.
Yeah.
And he should have an ability where you roll against the leadership of a character and you steal a command point from the opponent.
That's cool.
With 1 dice.
Why with 1? What? It's like an opposed. No, not. It's like an opposed leadership roll or something.
I
And
think
he's
he's a
leadership
dark,
11.
a dark apostle ability, too. Like he's a priest.
Sure, he can be a chaplain.
That'd be cool.
No,
Well, the first Psyker chaplain demon prince,
I'm just not agreeing. I'm just not in agreement. I want him purely to be a demon prince.
But what,
but that's not what Erebus. His identity is like.
it was a weird stance you picked here.
Erebus
He
is
was
a demon
like
prince.
the first chaplain.
But in the year 40,000, he's now a demon prince.
Yeah. Still spiritual leader.
Yeah, sure, he can do that, but he's a demon prince.
Sure.
Yes.
Nobody's saying he's not.
Nobody's saying he's not a demon prince. I said the first Psyker chaplain demon prince.
Yeah, the poor thing I think is that he's a demon prince.
All right. Well, I think we've thoroughly answered Christos'
Yeah.
question.
Thanks, Christos.
Thanks, Gundertube. Just
Yo.
won a game where my Vindicare popped a full wounds Weird Boy and War Boss in the same turn he arrived. What a hero. That's
amazing.
not easy to do.
That's probably never happened in the entire history of Vindicares.
You're
Now he's
never-
hitting on 3s.
You're never going to forget that.
That's awesome. I love it. That's like why you play 40k though. Is those crazy moments. you
That's
know?
why you play Vindicare.
That's why I play Vindicare.
That is why.
For
Head
those
popper.
moments.
Your Jackal Alpha, man, she flubbed a couple times.
Man, 1 into a 1. That was crazy. I was
And the previous round, a 1 also.
like, yeah.
Yeah. That's snipers, though. That's like,
Yeah.
The sniper.
we're just remembering what it was like to play snipers years ago. It's like, they have these amazing stats. They're like, hit on 2s, win on 2s. Oh, there's a 1.
Right.
Happens every time.
I know.
Well, the Alpha Legion sniper thing just auto hits. Doesn't auto wound though.
That's cool.
And it's like.
It's
doesn't
flat
do-
3
it
damage.
doesn't-
It's just
oh,
like-
it is a flat 3 damage.
It's a flat 3
Okay.
damage, yeah.
Oh.
But
I
it's,
kind of prefer D6 on snipers. Like, I just want.
D6?
I don't even.
you want to be able to pop a character.
Right. I want, like, the high and the low. I love that
You'll spend the
snipers.
CP to reroll.
I love that snipers suck, and I'm going to get a 1 again.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm looking for. That's the experience. That's the
why you take a
genuine
That's fair.
40k sniper experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is rerolling a 1 into a 1
Yeah.
and then commiserating with everybody
Yeah,
around
you're
you.
like, always happens. They're like, yep,
Tell,
it's life.
tell everybody in the vent hall, one at a time, hey, you know what just happened to me? I rerolled a 1 into a 1. And they're like, Vindicare? And you're like, yep.
Yeah.
That's the
Fair.
sniper
It's more
experience.
of a community of snipers than anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Dom.
Oh, what's up, Dom?
Let's go Chaos. For you old Dawn of War players, for the Dark Gods.
No, it's a cultist that does the voice.
For the Dark Gods.
There you go. So you got it. What's up, Dom? Actually, I'm doing a podcast with Dom next week.
Oh, fun.
So we'll be sharing that so you guys can find that. I'm super excited and looking forward to that.
Yeah. Thanks, Tea Time with Toby.
Hey, oh.
It starts with S. I have a weird mix of the Imperium
So I have
Magazoob. What's a Magazoob?
no idea. It
The-
does in fact say Magazoob.
The Dark Angel box
Thank you.
and the Vanguard box. I also have an ATV and a bunch of Firstborn Terminators and tac squads, but Firstborn. What's a Magazoob? I still don't know what a Magazoob is.
Remix the Imperium magazine. The Dark.
Look, I
You
read
said
the words.
Dark Vengeance. It's Dark Angel box.
I said Dark Angel. what is
Dark
it?
Angel box, Vanguard box. I also have ATV and a bunch of Firstborn Tornadoes.
Dark Imperium magazine. Is that it? Is that what that?
Yeah, it could be. That was the delivery stuff. And a bunch of Firstborn Tornadoes and Hex Claws.
I think I was around for that.
This actually helps.
Okay.
Yeah? Should we? Oh, it kind of does help.
It helps
It does help.
significantly.
It increases contrast.
Oh, we just got that's a meme. Someone's gonna meme that.
Three of
We
us
just got
penguins.
We should know better at this point.
Wait, did T-Down with Toby have a question earlier? I'm totally blanking.
This is their question. No, they just gifted a lot of memberships. And then there's another question later that I...
Cool.
But Imperium magazine. I don't know what that is.
We don't know.
That was the subscription one, I think. Remember?
Oh,
Subscription model?
yeah. They
You
used
sign
to,
up for the thing and you get stuff every month.
including
Models?
like models.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the whole point.
and
that
they
was
only
the
ever
thing?
did in the UK, right?
So they...
Which he's in.
That's probably why I don't know
They
about it.
were or have brought the new edition of it to the US.
Okay.
Oh.
It's like AdMech and something else now.
Oh, that's right. Necrons?
Could be
Necrons.
I think it's AdMech and Necrons. Yeah.
So it's like if you want like I think it's a pretty good deal. If you want an influx of models, like you get to pick, right? It's literally like a subscription box. Like you know.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
That's so
I know
weird.
you do. 'Cause
That's
you're like a person.
so weird, though. Like,
No, I think it's cool.
on the scale of 40K, the idea of like... Because there's a bunch of subscription box services out there, and some of them do get expensive, but those are the ones where I shy away from it, and I'm like, this is... I feel like not the point of a loot box.
Okay. Let's say you think about this. The loot box is cool. Like, let's say that you didn't do this here at Tabletop Titans, so
Yeah.
you had more free time.
Yeah,
You had your exact job and your exact current lifestyle.
sure.
But you liked modeling.
Yeah.
This would actually be a great deal for you because, and you're like, okay, I'll pick either AdMech or Necrons, and over the next like year, I'm gonna have like a 500-point Necron army.
I think you get both.
Oh, okay. And but you just get this stuff sent to you, and it's just like cool, yay! It's like it's kind of fun if you have the income for it.
Yeah.
If you have the time for it.
Yeah.
And if you don't have like these other outlets.
It's like your personal trainer. It's like you're gonna get these models, and it kind of gives you something to work on and look forward to.
Yeah.
And I totally see the appeal, 100%.
I like it with things where it's actually random, where people aren't all getting the same stuff, which is usually not how these loot box services work.
I don't disagree with that. Well, I would want some things to be the same. Like if I'm being given Necrons to build up a Necron army, cool. But then I want like cool Chotskis and stuff that are like random and
I
different.
don't see it as it's not a loot box one, not truly.
But I want a loot box.
Okay.
I
Well,
want
if you
like
want something entirely different.
I
than
want to
that.
like get my box in and be excited about what I got, and then go talk to my friends and be like, "What did you get? Because I got this cool
Right.
model."
Yeah, that's not what most subscription boxes are.
Yeah, they should.
I do kind of want what he's talking about.
They
It
should.
sounds cool.
They
I'm
should
just saying
do
it's
that.
different as well.
It's significantly harder to do a randomized
What
loot
if,
box.
what if your
but
Blue Apron did that? Like you went through the process and picked the 3 meals you
Zach,
wanted, and then your Blue Apron
that
does
was
do
my
that
Blue
because you don't.
I did not
you didn't
pick
pick, so that was your
ever.
Blue Apron. Okay.
Oh my God. Well, there are a lot of subscription boxes that are tailored, which would be kind of cool too.
Stitch Fix claims to be tailored.
But you probably also didn't fill that one in properly either.
Is Stitch Fix-
You don't really get to pick. You like fill out a questionnaire, and then you get a stylist,
I know.
and the stylist picks for you,
Uh-huh.
and then you just send back the stuff you don't want.
Yeah. But you can also give feedback and adjust it, and it gets better over time.
Oh yeah. So I gave. Well, gets better over time.
again, if
they
you-
have a very small line, it's not really the whole gets better over time thing. Is
Yeah.
like this didn't fit.
I need Mel. Like I haven't
Change
used
the
Stitch Fix, but
size.
Mel did, so I need her to like argue with you.
No, I gave great feedback the first time, and then I got basically the same box the second time, and I was like, gave less feedback because I realized that it didn't make an impact.
Well,
And then I just stopped giving feedback entirely,
maybe they just had a bad month.
and then I forgot that I was even getting these boxes.
Well, you just.
They just showed up.
Oh my God. So you didn't return any of the stuff?
No, because they
like, I'll buy
stopped
it
putting
all.
in super expensive stuff. That was the only feedback they listened to. Was like, stop giving me $200 shirts. I'm never gonna pay you $200 for a shirt. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that was the only stuff I ever sent back was the way overpriced stuff.
Okay.
It's look. I don't know how we got on Stitch Fix, but
I'm just.
Tea Time with Toby. This sounds great. If you're in chat, are you curious? Like,
they're right there. Yeah.
oh
right
yeah,
here.
what faction to make, or let's do what faction are you? Firstborn.
Yeah, he's explaining what we just explained.
The not loot box thing. The thing that's not a loot
I mean,
box.
based on the models you have, if you're wondering a faction, it's
It's a
what, Dark
Slowbro
Angels?
thing. Yeah.
I mean, it says the Dark Angel box.
No, it's Dark Angels, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
Like
I
Angels.
forgot about the Dark Angels box. I was like,
Yeah.
just based on the fact that he has all these firstborn Terminators.
You need to.
Good.
You gotta.
Yeah, have you tried this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let us know.
Eye black. Let's dress up. We're basically baseball players next time we come here. We'll have eye black and hats, and we'll just be chewing.
Well, he's going Ultramarines. Oh, we got the Dark Angel box because it has a Redemptor, a Plasma Redemptor, and Inceptors.
It is just a great box.
It's just a good box.
Yeah, yeah. No, that sounds awesome. Tea time with Toby. Definitely enjoy.
Show us pics as you paint.
Get G-Man. He's so good right now.
Man.
And he's so fun.
That means Gilliman.
Yeah, just come in with the elbow. The people's elbow. That's what Gilman
People's
has.
elbow.
The people's
That's what he
elbow.
has. He has the people's elbow.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jacob. Question: how would you paint a Lord Discordant on Hellstalker like Alpha Legion? Paint the Hellstalker like Venom Crawler, then paint the guy like how you paint the Lord Discordant.
Well, you
How to?
you did them all kind of in the same style. Like you just have it's just power armor,
Yeah.
and your demon flesh you're doing a sort of green.
The demon flesh is green. Yeah, if the question is to leave the guy off or not.
When you're painting, do you paint them separately?
Yes.
Well, listen, for this army, the way I've painted it, I actually have not been doing anything like that quite yet.
But he also has. So I painted this model. He also has the cloak,
Robes.
the robe, and he's really easy. He can actually snap on and off.
Oh, okay.
The robe? Oh, the guy can snap
The
on
guy.
and off.
So
Yeah.
I think you would do him separately.
If I could, I would.
Yeah.
I haven't previously on the guys so far. I have done them the blue, because you kind of have to. The thing is that you know how I do that process. You have to just do the whole model that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you're kind of stuck doing it that way either way. But yeah, if you can leave them all for ease then of painting, I would. I should actually do it, Lord Discordant.
They're such a
They're
good
pretty cool.
model.
It seems like it might be good in Alpha Legion.
No.
No, we'll fall back in charge.
Okay, we played
Adrian's
them on
been.
Thursday.
Adrian's been.
Disillusioned.
He just really doesn't like them now.
You know how you're supposed to fight vehicles with them?
I don't know. I don't know anything about.
They get +1 damage against vehicles.
Oh, cool.
But they also do they still have an aura +1 to hit for demon engines?
No.
Okay, then
They can pick one and I think give +1 to hit.
Okay.
Or you can do mortal wounds. They're strength 6.
Oh,
I swear
I
they
gave
used to
mine
be
4
strength
rerolls
7.
hits and wounds, and I didn't kill a chimera. So disappointing.
Yeah, they're not. What
I was thinking about it. I think you have to be Khorne,
for the +1 strength.
because then you at least get to
Then you're
strength
strength
7
7,
on,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
on the chart.
Which is what they used. I swear they used to be strength 7 with the chain.
I know.
glaive.
I'm gonna look this up so I can complain more.
I'm gonna mark Corn, and then in Alpha Legion be cool. He gets to fall back in charge.
Look, the old CSM rules
Yeah.
have been printed like
I just want
6
to warn you
times.
about that strength. That's all.
You just find one of the 6 printings of old CSM rules.
I know. Well, I have the one that's exactly the same cover, but it has a little teeny number 2 hidden inside of it. So that's how you know.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I used to. Yeah.
I swear they were strength 7.
Let's see.
Well, while you're looking
both.
for that, while the two of you are preoccupied, thanks again, Andre.
What's up, Andre?
I play GSC myself, so I love how you count the brood swarm. No other secondary forces you to do something like that.
It's so cruel. Oh, you like GSC? We'll count all the models.
It's just such a waste of time. And you also have to basically measure out like the deployment zones again every.
Yes, exactly.
It was a mistake.
And it wasn't clear. Like, how many times were we like, oh yeah, it's definitely this thing, and we're like, is it? And then we're like,
Yeah.
okay, now we have to count it. Okay, it turns out it's the opposite of what we thought. So no, it's strength 6.
6
He starts at 4.
plus 2.
That's it.
It's +2. Oh no. The glaive was +2, but if on the charge it's ×2.
That's what it is.
But here's what
Now
it
it's +1 to wound.
It is +1 to wound.
Yeah, but
Only on the
strength-
first turn.
12 is I think better.
The
than
bladed
strength
limbs
6
and
with
tails.
+1.
No.
Or strength 7.
Corn, you can get him up to wounding on 3s, right? Because he's on the charge.
Strength 7.
He's strength 7, and then +1 to the wound roll.
Right.
Yeah, but strength 12 is just universally better than strength 6.
Yes,
with
of
+1
course,
wound.
No,
but-
not strength 8.
8.
It's
Eight's
×2
not
instead of
universally
+2. No, 8's good.
It's good, but it's not universally better than 6 with +1.
Correct. And then, but the bladed limbs and tails were just always strength 7. Because that's the other problem with this rule.
Yeah.
Is it has to be on the charge. You charged me, and I didn't get it.
But that's why for Alpha Legion I'm going to like him, right?
No, because
Well, I can still get charged, I understand, but for Alpha Legion, at least you can fall back and charge, right?
Sure. It's just like not ideal. Like literally a rhino. If a rhino charges you, you might have lost just a whole nother turn.
Yeah.
Because you have to like fall back and now again charge that rhino.
Yeah.
With a unit that arguably is supposed to be good at killing vehicles. You know.
Yeah.
So it feels bad.
Yeah.
He's fallen from grace, certainly.
Yeah. If there's a place where he's going to be good, though, it probably will be Alpha Legion, since he can fall back and charge.
Look, the important thing is that Erebus is a demon prince.
And that Erebus is a demon prince. Yeah.
You know, somebody in chat was saying Erebus did not become a demon prince.
I know, of course. I'm saying like it's a hypothetical question. Like, what would be cool to have happen?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna ask because I don't know if there's like a lore ending to what happens to Erebus. Don't say it. Nobody say it. I don't know.
I don't know the answer, so I feel comfortable making something up.
Yeah.
Somebody definitely kills Erebus.
I don't know.
I don't know the answer.
Corfeiron?
I'm confidently
He'd
saying
be like a cultist.
I don't know what happens to Erebus.
Yeah.
But he definitely dies. Everybody hates Erebus. Except he was way cooler than his Primarch, so. Thanks, Adam. Hey, Titans, let's hurt some feelings. What is a number of armies someone can own before it is unreasonable?
Oh, man. The key is like at a certain point you just start a channel and you're like, this is for work.
Before it is unreasonable.
Before it's unreasonable.
So like 1 is not unreasonable. I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
So that's a valid answer. 2? Not unreasonable.
Not unreasonable.
So we have 2 valid answers so far.
Okay.
0, also clearly a valid answer. You can own 0 armies and it's not unreasonable.
Feels kind of unreasonable.
Okay, all right.
I have a number.
You have a number?
Is the number the first unreasonable number of armies to own?
That's the number I have.
I have a number.
I don't. Because I think it varies wildly. It's not about how many different armies you're collecting. It's about like how much 40k do you own? Because you could have a bunch of small collections and that's fine. You could have one enormous. You have like 20,000 points of one faction.
Right.
I was counting Sigmar as well. You could also count Legion.
Wait, we're counting multiple game systems?
Yeah.
Oh, so how many board games do you own?
No, because that's this is
Oh,
Pandora's box.
only in
You
one
could-
system? Only in one system?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, then I have
I think we have to restrict it to one system.
Okay.
All right, what's your number?
With just one system, then I think 6.
Okay. And you don't have a number.
I'm gonna say 3/4 of the factions that are in the game. That's when it becomes
Ooh,
clear that
interesting.
you have a problem.
Okay. I think a ball is kind of like a wheel in many ways. I think that there's no limit, but it is more, it's closer to what Bridger was saying. There's other factors. So for me, it depends on your lifestyle, your storage capabilities, your partner's sensibilities on this kind of thing, and then frankly, the way you approach the game. Because I think there's certain people that approach the game in a very unhealthy way, constantly jumping in armies, but like still frustrated and not doing well in a certain army, and they think the grass is always greener. I think those people could really benefit from having, frankly, 1 or 2 armies. And for them, to me, I would say it's unreasonable for them to have more than 1 or 2 armies. So that's my like lame, but probably not
No, the
truthful
answer is certainly more complex than a particular number, right?
Yeah.
But I would agree.
6 is also good.
Yeah.
6 is too many? That was what you said? 6?
For like 1, yeah, like
I can tell you what, Conquest, 6 is definitely an unreasonable number.
because there aren't 6.
There aren't 6 factions. Legion? 6
6
is
is
too
unreasonable.
many.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Anyway, I don't know. It's kind of a,
No, that's interesting.
leave it to the reader.
Gets you thinking. Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Siphon Greatspeed. Hey, this was the name from Thursday, but it's not numbers anymore.
Oh, the 9 was a G.
Oh.
I like see it now, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe in certain fonts it works better.
Yeah. Zach, any advice on maintaining one's sanity when painting a massive Thousand Suns army up to parade standard?
What's parade standard?
Parade standard is, that's the highest
That's the
level.
highest one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not like master class, but it's like very nice.
It's like the nicest that they would expect the average person to do.
Yes. So this could be any army. Doesn't have to be Thousand Suns.
Yeah, not a great example.
So what I would do, there's kind of 2 large approaches, and you could use both, or maybe you have to at the same time, or maybe you use one and then the other. If that's confusing, let me explain. There are 2 things that are going to help you. One is touching into this project, having this project in a way that you can sit down, pull it out, or even if it's set up ready to go, and you can just touch into it for an hour. And then if you want to keep hobbying, you switch to something else. And you almost are, in this case, are rewarding yourself with something like, cool, now let me paint this stupid rhino, or cool, let me build some terrain over here. But before I do that, I'm going to do 1 hour. I'm going to time it. I'm not even going to try to get a particular thing done. I'm going to set a time. Maybe you prefer to get a particular thing done. You could do it either way.
Like a cooking timer, like.
Yep.
That's just too distracting.
Some kind of old,
Ding.
something real old-fashioned like that.
Yeah.
Not like on your watch or anything. So sit down, say, okay, for an hour I'm going to work on this. Boom. Step 1. Step 2 is get it first to a level where you're like, cool. If you like playing, I'm assuming you also play since you're watching this channel. Cool. I want to play, and I got to a level where I can play. I'm excited. My daughters are not finished. Like, I took them to the BAO, but like I'm still going to work on them more. I just found out you can do tattoos with a mechanical pencil.
What?
Yeah, and I was doing it. It works okay.
Can you seal it in? Do you seal it in?
Yeah, it does. It's hard. It doesn't come off very well.
So it's just always black?
You can erase it, but it's like
It's always black.
It's like that. It's actually a good
Gray.
color. It's like that kind of dark. Yeah, it's a great color.
That's
for it.
cool.
But I started doing some on some of my daughters of Cain, and I was like, wait, I don't know what tattoos I want them to have, and it's tough because they're tiny. So to get like vines and do like sleeves and stuff, it's like still very hard.
Oh man.
But it goes on quite well.
Yeah.
So I'll add that. I'll add these things. So those 2 things is what I would say. I would say 1, get it to a level you love it at first, and that's the hard part. But then, boom, I can start going. I can start playing. Then go back and say, okay, 1 hour here, 1 hour there. That's sort of what I've been doing with the daughters. Not these past couple weeks, but when I come back after next week, that's what I'll be doing. I'll just same kind of with the Alpha Legion. Be like, boom, sit down, hour Alpha Legion. Boom, sit down, hour of daughters.
Wow,
The rest is
that
turn.
mechanical pencil thing blew my mind.
It blew my mind too.
What like number of like what
So
size?
you take it. What
Right.
I saw the guy do is he took it and he took a piece of paper and he kind of like filed it to a point
sharpen it.
Okay.
that
can see
way,
that.
and then
So the number of lead doesn't matter
I guess
because
it
you're just
could.
going to make a point out of it.
You probably don't want it too fine at that point, because it'll just snap before you can.
Right. You want a thicker one,
Yeah.
and then you can file it in a.
Yeah.
It's a little point.
Now, Adam wondered for the number of armies. That's unreasonable. Does knowing your rules and
Matter?
remembering your rules
Is that-
have an impact?
If that's something you care about, sure.
There are other things that could matter for that context, right? Like how well is it? Like is it paint? Like I feel like I've met a lot of people, and I'm like, what army do you play? And like they're like, well, I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got this. And then like I start seeing them and like nothing's painted. I'm like, well, yeah, of course, dude.
Yeah.
Like, of course you have.
They paid the money,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, I think again it comes down to like, is it hurting you or people around you?
yeah.
You know, are you getting frustrated because you don't know your rules? Are you accidentally cheating at tournaments or whatever? But if you're like cool, like not knowing the rules that well, and you're not like hurting other people with that, that's also you're allowed to do that. Like this is our hobby. We can be bad at it. Like that's all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks. The Claven, when the lion is cruising around in his Trans Am land speeder,
Okay.
does he wear cut-off jorts or an acid wash jacket? Maybe both.
Definitely acid wash.
Definitely acid wash,
jacket.
yeah.
Now, is he?
Lion L. Johnson.
I'm trying. I have to admit that this is gonna make you happy. Of all of the Primarchs, he is maybe the one I like. Like Doran, especially now after like a couple months with Adrian and Bridger, Doran is like almost has character now.
Yeah.
Oh no!
The
Okay.
li- the
lion
lion-
has character.
What makes him?
He's
special?
just like mega Chad.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you honestly.
I
He's
really
just a
don't know.
bully. He's just a jerk.
Is he really a jerk?
Yeah. All the time to everyone.
So,
that's
like-
why half his legion left.
in
Because he was a jerk.
He's so in the this isn't really a spoiler, but in the books about Dark Angels, the Heresy books, he's just never around the other Dark Angels. Like he's never with them.
Yeah, but when he is, he manages to upset them.
Okay.
The guy, the Fallen are because one guy got really upset that he was upstaged by Lion all the time, or by Lion's lieutenant, his like second-hand man. Lion chose a guy for second-hand man. Somebody else got jealous and mad, and then here we are with
Sure.
the
Well,
Fallen.
It sounds like that person's kind of out of line. To be fair.
But like every other Primarch was able to talk to their dudes and be like, hey, let's chill, like, you know, be cool. And Lion was like, no.
Yeah.
No, we have secrets.
He handled that situation poorly.
Yeah, well, he handles every situation poorly.
I know so few. I know so little about him. Like
I know
when I
pretty much
hear
nothing.
about him, nothing like jumps to mind. Like, oh, he's famous for this. Or like when people are like, which Primarch would you want this thing for? I never entertain the
never
line
pick the
for
line.
anything.
I just don't know.
I just don't know anything about him. There's things I'd rather pick Dorn for.
Max says he's not a jerk. I just want to know now. I'm going to honestly do some research.
You can do some
Because I know
research. He's not.
nothing.
He's not a cool guy.
All right, we'll do some research. We'll check in
Lion
with you guys.
is a total jerk.
Oh, okay. Well, we're
It's mixed reaction from chat.
1 for 2.
Maybe one of them is a fallen. Maybe Mac is a fallen. Mac, are you
Mac.
a fallen?
Well, it's either Mac or Crypt Shadow.
Crypt Shadow, are you
Maybe
a fallen?
Crypt Shadow is a fallen and Mac is a loyal.
Maybe Mac and
Guardian
Crypt Shadow are both in the Alpha Legion.
Korax was not okay. Not all the Primarchs were chill, but most of them had ways of keeping their people in line. Of course, there's always subplots of like, you know, why did the Night Lords break up and have to deal with that problem? Like they all have subplots of getting their Legion back in line. But the end of the Lion's subplot of getting his Legion back in line is that he didn't.
He never got the band back together.
He never got the band back together, whereas everybody else reunited their Legion and got back on track.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
If only Martin was here.
The Lion's like
sure he'd
defining
sort it.
characteristic in the book was that he was so good at everything that everybody's just like, whoa, you're so good at everything.
What? That's not a personality.
But that's all he was. It's like everybody's jealous of him or in awe. Those are the only two possibilities. Because he did everything himself.
Yeah.
He never delegated. Terrible leader.
Terrible leader.
That's why he's fallen.
You gotta let little chickies fly, you know?
Thanks, Liberty Fires. Liam!
Liam!
This was during the time that Liam came into our chat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's up,
It
Liam?
was fun.
Liam?
I think Liam's gone now.
Probably.
But
Thanks, Ludifiers, and thanks, Liam.
Thanks, Liberty
Oh, I
Fire.
missed 4 o'clock. Happy birthday, Soups.
Happy birthday, Sue!
I don't know if you're still
birthday.
here, but it's definitely way after 4. It's 5:13.
Oh my gosh.
I was really trying to not miss that, but I missed
know.
it.
Way after now.
Thanks, Magnus. What up, fam? Somebody said it earlier, and I will not let it go. For Adrian, what is the ideal Nid Dad bod?
Daddy bod.
No, well,
It says daddy bod.
if
you-
the patriarch is Nid Dad,
D.
then who is Nid Mom?
Mommy.
I don't know if mommy is really a thing. But
Uh,
moving on.
Thank you, Bridget, for answering my grilled cheese question. Yeah, so we got a grilled cheese question on Thursday that I answered directly.
What?
Oh, you messaged him?
Do you like tomatoes on your grilled cheese?
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, come real thin though. Or it gets
That's what I
sloppy.
said.
Well,
Or it
here's
gets sloppy.
That's
now
what I
here's
said.
here's what I do to get around that. You take cherry tomatoes, you cut them in half, and you make a bed of halved cherry tomatoes.
I think same thing.
It changes, but
No,
that changes it.
no,
It
this
does
is
change
not
it.
good because the skin of the tomato is the slippery part. Now you.
Yeah. And they're also generally sweeter than.
That's
regular
okay.
tomatoes.
I'm okay with that. But I also do.
fine.
I also do.
But the other thing.
I actually slice cherry tomatoes like that, and I've done it. Before.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, are you not slicing them?
I just cut them
cuts
once
them in
in
half.
half.
Okay, yeah.
I do.
Because like, I don't have the dexterity to cut a cherry tomato.
you don't need good dexterity. You just need a good knife.
It'll cut you real good.
I don't know, man.
What is the ideal
Super
Nid
E's
Daddy
still there.
bod?
Ideal dad bod.
Diddy bod. If the patriarch is Nid Daddy, who is Nid Mommy? Patriarch. Well, that's the ironic thing about
It's definitely the Turvagon.
the Turvagon.
It's the ultimate
Yeah, or the Dominatrix.
Nid mom. Because the Turvagon's just pooping out babies left and right. 10 a turn.
Yeah. She's the mother of
That's a lot.
Many of them.
We don't know what the time scale of a turn is. I feel like giving birth 10 times a turn is a
A
lot.
turn in a game with Tyranids is like 4 seconds.
Literally.
Problematic.
I feel like maybe this Alpha Legion Genestealer game that Adrian and I played in real time was like 25 minutes. But when you're like Genestealers,
It was days. It was actually days.
When you're like
Days.
Tyranids, it's like that game is like 12.
Yeah.
You're playing what happened in the battlefield in 16 seconds.
Seriously. Well, I think for the Turvagon, it's like, I don't know if she's necessarily making all of them at that moment, like from fresh.
She stored them up.
Yeah, like there's a bunch in there. And
There's
it
like
takes
eggs
time.
in there. And she hatches the eggs. She cracks them open. and then out
there's
comes
probably
a
not eggs
termagant.
though, because
It's a live
the whole
birth.
thing is like one basically.
It's
It's a
live
spawning
live
pool.
birth. Yeah.
She's a spawning pool inside of
So
her.
they're in there, probably mostly grown by this point. And like, there's more that
they're
are
like
growing.
in stasis.
But that would be like in the next game, in the next battle, which again is like maybe 16 seconds later. But so Trevor gone. Anyways, I feel like we answered that question enough.
Yeah, I think that was a great answer.
That
to
was worse
question.
than talking about Daddy Bod.
Yeah, it was rough.
Thanks, Andy19. There's no message here, but there's you just did it again. Look, we'll just read your next one. Thanks again, Andy. Hey guys, first time, long time.
Thank you.
When are you going to do Raven Guard versus Alpha Legion?
Yeah.
Also, thoughts on the new Raven Guard secondary?
Oh, someone's gonna have to get that Nephilim book.
Is it me?
Sure.
Sure.
While you're
Yeah,
up.
sure, dude.
Sure. Sure.
Okay.
This is kind of famously like the one loyalist chapter we don't have here at the
We
studio.
don't.
Yeah.
Because Brian doesn't like armies in black. He's like, I already have Iron Hands. And I was like,
I watched Kat paint black with me on stream on Wednesday on Hobby Tines. This is eye-opening what she did.
really?
Yeah.
What'd she do?
Just
Was it not black?
ton of gray and white, and then like I can't remember what she did at the end to make it look black was so cool.
Wash with an oil.
No, that's not what she did, but I need to, yeah. Actually, I do.
Did she, in the end, put black on it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
She did all this cool stuff, and then she's black. Obviously,
amazing.
Raven,
Like a
hobby.
spray can. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
rattle can of black.
obviously, I think Raven Guard are cool because they're sneaky and annoying, and I like those kinds of armies. And I love all the Phobos stuff. Phobos Raven Guard's so cool.
We will do it eventually. It's just a matter of when. So either that or borrowing one or something. But
It's more important that we have like every Tau faction first. Because we're a Tau.
you know, until very recently, the only CSM we had was Black Legion. So
Yeah.
you know, we have to grow that a little bit before we fully finish the Space Marines.
That's a tough pill to swallow for Raven Guard players, though. They're like, why us? Why didn't you?
yeah. Look, blame Brian. It's literally he stopped. He decided he's like, you know what? I discovered how many armies is too unreasonable, and he stopped. I guess it's like 15. How's it look?
This is crazy. So you do an action with core infantry.
Okay.
Each has to be on an objective that you control without explosives. So they can be in your deployment zone.
Hold on, can we just talk about how much we all love the way that the rules are unfolded in a way where you're like, without explosives. We're like, okay.
yeah.
That's going to be revealed.
what
We
that
know.
means.
You're
But-
planting explosives. So you do this action, you plant the explosives on objectives that don't already have explosives. The action completes at the end of your turn, which is good. You can, anytime the opponent controls an objective with explosives, blow up the explosives. On a 2-up, they take flat 3 mortal wounds. And then
Flat
it doesn't
3?
have, yeah. And then it doesn't have explosives anymore, and you can replant it later.
What?
And the explosives are worth 3 points each.
That seems great.
It's real good.
Whoa.
I like that.
That's so cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's cool.
That's awesome. I think definitely some tech you'll want there is the Reaver, Lieutenant Reaver. Mm-hmm. So you can turn off OBSEC.
Yep.
Because again, you have to hold the point in your movement phase.
Yep.
So obviously you can bring OBSEC, double OBSEC if you have Steadfast as an example, but I think maybe more usefully you have
Just
this
turn off their
this
offset.
guy, yeah. So you can run up, score it.
Plant explosives under their nose.
That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, thanks, the Chris. That moment you're checking bits seller websites for specific parts and realize you have the part you need, going spare on a sprue.
Oh no. Oh,
No,
man.
that's a good moment.
Yeah, hopefully
You don't need to buy it. You just have it.
Yeah, exactly.
That never happens to me.
Chris.
I don't keep sprues.
That recently happened to me.
Really?
What he's describing, it was even worse than that.
Yeah.
Fan of the show and super mod Melody Wallace had sent me the endless spells for Daughters of Cain, and she had assembled some things, but like very much gave me passed it along to me when she was like a percentage of the way through. So I get it, and I assemble the heart
Yep.
thing, the hand holding the
hand-holding
heart,
heart,
it's in
yeah.
here, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's like blood that comes down that actually. The blood is
Splashes.
what makes it stick to the base. I was like, I can't find it though. Like it's not here. And I was looking at the one sprue, and meanwhile at home the other sprue had the sword spell that they have, which is like really bad. And they were on there.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I just been like, whatever. I'm just ordering a whole nother one.
Hand and heart.
But it literally was like a 90-minute from when I ordered it to then when I went and saw that. I was like, there they are.
Yeah.
So now I have 2. So I get it.
You make strange decisions sometimes, Zach.
It's just fat. I don't have the mental bandwidth to like think about what I'm going to do.
I do remember that. When you drop something, it's gone.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I remember that.
If I drop a bit on the ground, I typically immediately pull my phone out, go on eBay and order the bit, and then move on to the next project. It's not enough.
Well, it's dead to me.
Well, thanks, Tea Time with Toby. So basically, if I get a free question, what's better against chaos, like Khorne Tilt Army versus Ultramarines?
What's better against chaos?
I wrote this down without thinking about it or what it meant.
It's like a weird haiku. We're all just staring at this.
I think we should definitely put our visors on.
Is it 14 words? 1, 2, 3.
3 lines? What's better against chaos? Like Khorne Tilt Army versus Ultramarine. Tea Time with Toby.
Was this what he wrote or what you wrote?
That's what you wrote. I just copy pasted it.
I thought, okay. But
Look, you're still here. Can you
Can you clarify this question? I think you just need the visor, man. You don't need to get closer.
He said, I'm not a smart man.
that's not what it's. You're probably definitely a smart person. We just don't understand your question.
Yeah, just rephrase.
Look,
Yeah, how you guys doing?
What's better against chaos? Okay, it's like a Khorne-leaning army.
You did blow our minds. I don't know what to say.
so
How you guys doing?
Okay.
Hey, Soups is here. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Sue.
Happy birthday!
happy birthday, Soups.
Have you ever been so far as to accidentally the whole thing?
That's a really good meme. Have you?
No, what is that?
There's a kid trying to describe his dream.
Yeah.
He had a dream, and it's like a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
And he's just saying words that, if you didn't know the language of English, sound like English.
Right, yeah.
And they are words, but they don't form sentences, and he just keeps babbling, and it makes no sense.
Okay. So Toby is Ultramarines, and he's playing a Khorne Tilt army. So what's good in Ultramarines against
Against Khorne.
Khorne Chaos. Gotcha.
Well, you have everyone's in the family, the Overwatch.
Yep.
Family of Overwatch.
Family, yeah.
Forget what we actually referred to it
Family.
as. So you want like flame aggressors. That's what I go to.
Yeah, for Overwatch, you'd want flamer ones. I agree. I think that's great. And by the same token, Gilliman is great because they will all re-roll their hits. It'll be egregious. And
You want like a couple tar pits that Khorne's gonna face on the way in.
Blade Guard.
Blade Guard, right? And then I guess things that they have to stop and deal with while you're shooting.
Mm-hmm. Right? Ooh, infiltrators.
Ooh.
Invictus Warsuit?
No, infiltrators. Just be a bully.
I love these.
Just be like, you can't.
It's the thing.
Not here is what the infiltrators say.
Yeah.
They draw a line in the sand. And they say, you stay over there.
It's like classic how you used to have to play Tau, which is like you've got this gun line, you have things up forward, they're running at you, they hit these things, it slows them down, you shoot, then they run again, they hit a thing, then you shoot, and then they hit you, but there's nothing left. That's the general concept of what you want.
Exactly. There it is.
There you go.
And yeah, no worries. I know it's late for you. You're
Look,
good.
we did it.
We have heard from you before, so like we know you are a coherent person most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time. Not all the time, apparently.
Thanks again, Magnus.
Hey.
PSA, when ordering food for pickup at a restaurant with a bar, you can just drink at the bar while waiting.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
40K related, is 70 Plague Marines a critical mass, or 77 better? Is a battalion and a patrol worth it for Death Guard? This is something I've been thinking about. Is it, let's say you want to go Plague Marine spam.
Yeah.
Is it worth an extra detachment? No, the Slanesh bots go away.
Make a mod.
Yeah.
Add moderator. Oh, he almost did it, guys. He's so close.
So close.
He's so close to add
Why
moderator.
is that the bottom option? I would have totally clicked on that.
Can we? I think we've made the joke before, but we all know that if you click add moderator,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like, it'll be like a nanobot, like within 4 seconds, like robots, like whoa, just like the whole world's gone.
So something I've been thinking about Plague Marines, now that everything's free, is like, is it worth the second detachment to get more Plague Marines? And I think no. It's a lot of
Probably
strats
not.
you want to use. You want to use trench fighters
Yeah.
with your knives.
Yeah.
You probably want to use, you're bringing some Terminators, and you probably want to use +1 to hit on Terminators at some point. Or the morale strat with Terminators is pretty good.
Yeah, especially for secondaries.
The Death Guard
Real
book.
charges.
The Death Guard book seems like this book similar to the Thousand Suns book, where you almost just like can't build a really bad army, especially now that Plague Marines are better. Like, what's bad in the Death Guard book?
I think now that's true. Cultists. No, I like cultists.
You
No,
can
I'd
toss
rather
like a
take Plague
Predator in
Marines.
there, but even that is like
Yeah.
could be okay if everything
Yeah.
else around it's okay.
No,
Like,
they did a good job of everything is.
those two books are
everything's
just like
stable. Yeah, that wasn't true until
Plague Marines,
Recently.
because Plague Marines are weird,
this
right?
change. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. I think I agree though. Yeah, but like if you were between 70 and 77, obviously it's 77.
I honestly slightly feel like this Chaos book is close to that. As we've gone through and looked at things,
Yeah.
like chosen and like, yes, they're missing things we want them to have, like they can't get an icon or they're not core, but like because of that like demonkin, like because of the different keywords, there's like instead of there being one word that like in the Tau book where like if you're core and infantry and battle, so you just get everything.
Yeah.
Instead of that, it's like there's a buffing character for everyone.
Yeah.
In
exactly.
this book, it feels like.
I think that's part of the intent. Is like they're trying to prevent the stacking of buffs. They're trying to prevent combos, and it's like part of the complaint is like, oh, it's not strong enough. But it's kind of like, oh, if everyone's super, nobody is kind of situation. Of like everything is fine, and you play everything together.
Yeah.
It's probably if everything could be that power level, the game would probably be better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. If there were less outliers.
I mean, I think it's actually at a good power level for GSC.
Yeah, which is not a good book.
Right.
I like the GSC book a lot, but it's not as successful.
What else came out recently that was sort of like that? Custode? No. Yeah, I guess it's probably.
No. Custodes have been, they've been over and under.
There's like very.
they're either
crazy
like,
busted or-
they're feast and famine.
Yeah.
Feast and famine. Classic phrase.
I want 40k to go back to like that level though.
This is
the
a great
GSC
level. Yeah.
That's where I want.
Me too. That's why I'm liking this book. Like, I think like this is the army I'm gonna start taking a fault line when I go.
Oh, that's cool.
And like
Let's get to
fair
that.
craft worlds. I
'Cause
think fair craft worlds are kind of on that level.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like Craft World is almost like
Fair craft worlds.
fair.
Yeah, as in not unfair craft.
I feel like Craft Worlds are just almost too swing. They're almost like GSC or like Custodies. Like they're
The
like
two feast or famine.
yeah.
That would certainly be
Just get
discussed
picked
right
up,
now.
Could
man.
be,
They
yeah.
just like get picked up.
It's been
You just-
game changes is the problem.
Yeah.
You know, if Night Spinners were still what they were before.
Like these are the Goldilocks of the armies I play, right? Tau, when I take him to like my club, that like, well, first of all, there's a lot of Tau there, but
Yeah.
like they're like, oh god, like it's a struggle for your opponent to like get through that game.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
No.
And meanwhile, for me in Craft World, I just haven't also figured them out and given them a lot of reps, but it's just like, cool, I'm just picking my models up, like all
Yeah.
over the place all the time. Hopefully, I get a little something out of this unit before it dies.
Yeah.
This just feels kind of like comfortable. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a warm blanket.
yeah, it's a nice warm blanket of chaos.
Well, thanks, Crust. I've been watching all your battle reports for a while now, but being from the UK, I can't catch you live. How would you run Emperor's Children with the new rules?
Oh, let me tell you, Crust. I'm working on it right now. I'm not saying it's the list, but I'm liking it. So I'm starting with a very narrative core. So I have Lucius, because he's amazing. He just is an absolute baller. He gives fight last. He's great. So I have him. I currently have a priest for the advance and charge. And then I was toying with his litany was give a unit reroll ones and ignore cover, which is important because Noise Marines are only AP1, so ignoring cover is nice. And then I did have a sorcerer. This was the early days in the book when I was still trying to play with stuff, so I'm not sure about that. And yep, 3 units 5 Legionnaires with the tome, with icon, with the power fist, because they ignore negative modifiers, and with the icon, they're actually hitting on 2s in melee with a power fist, which is awesome. So taking that, block of 10 Terminators with most of the fixings, so 4 Meltas, 2 Plasma. That's it. And then, obviously, yeah, it's also an edge. And
It has to be, right?
it has to be, yeah. 2 units of 10 Noise Brains with obviously double Blastmaster. I think I'm gonna give the champion, because the champion, the unit has no melee at all, but the champion can have it. So I'm putting Power Fists on that champion so they can actually do something. You know, it's still like 4 Power Fist attacks that hit on 2s in melee, so they can like fight off aggressors, not literal aggressors, but like metaphorical ones. So 2 units of 10, 1 in Dread Claw, 1 in a Rhino, and from then you have kind of points to play with. Not a ton. I think the most comp version of this list would find a way to fit in Abaddon to just be crazy. So
He's real good.
Yeah, I'm not going to play that version on the channel unless we do like a tournament game. But if I was taking it to a tournament, I'd probably look at fitting Abaddon. Now, it's still a very elite list. Oh, I had a couple units of cultists, which are OBSEC, didn't you? For like some trading, because it's still very, very elite. So that's my thoughts.
Cool. Thanks, Tea Time with Toby. What is better for Ultramarines and Scepters, the Bolters or Plasma? I'm willing to get 2 sets just so I can swap between builds, as I'm scared of magnets and the time and monetary expense.
Oh, I have a clear answer for this one.
The time and monetary expense thing has me a little confused, because magnetizing is definitely cheaper and less time consuming than building and painting a whole second set of Inceptors. But the answer is easy. It's Plasma. You don't need to magnetize.
Yep. It's Plasma.
Out of here, you Slanesh bots.
The Bolter ones are
again.
interesting in the sense that they're cheaper, but like you can get other things that do that same role.
Just shoot a bunch of shots with bolters. Yeah.
It's not
just
that,
intercessors.
That's not why you
like,
take them.
Right.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Yeah. If you want a fast unit, like you have Vanguard Vets, Outriders,
Confabulators.
Confabulators, yeah, which is suppressors. Yeah, suppressors.
Dude, I'm still so curious to see what our magic card is going to be.
Oh yeah.
Because every time I think of Confabulators, I think of the suppressor card, which looks real good.
It's good. Squad's a good rule.
Very, very strong. Thanks, Terrell. Hey, Titans. I took my Golden Boys to my first tournament and came 7th, but had so much fun. Thank you guys for getting me into this hobby. I've met so many cool people, and will you be playing 1 game today or 2?
Ooh.
One?
Just one today. Just one. That's awesome, though. I'm glad we could be of help. 7.
7.
I like it. And a fellow Golden Boy.
Yeah.
It's always good to see.
Reppin'. I've heard that Custodes are doing middle of the pack. They're doing like okay in tournaments now, because the only people still playing them are just really dedicated Custodes players, which I'm happy to hear. They're doing reasonably well. They know their book pretty well.
Yeah, it pays to know your faction, right?
Knowing your faction, knowing your matchups, and just getting reps in goes a long way, and it always has.
100%. Thank you so much, Terrell, for the support. Appreciate it.
Thanks again, 3 Amigos. Love free plasma pistols on the assault squads now. In retrospect to their chosen question, build me a Fallen Legion. Which units and characters to include?
Oh, these Fallen questions.
People love Fallen.
We don't know the Fallen rules, unfortunately.
They're in like they're in a White Dwarf or something?
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, there's only like 3 units. There's the guy, there's Fallen.
That's it.
There's 2 units.
As far as I know, that's it.
I think you should be able to get the whole Dark Angel Codex.
Oh, that's how I would do it. It'd be so cool.
Yeah, like Dark
so
Angels,
cool.
you should just be able to take Dark Angels on either side.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Like, what bad could come from that?
I'm sure someone could find it.
I guess you could put Abaddon in Dark Angels. Like, you'd have a Deathwing army and then Abaddon in the middle of it. That's kind of busted.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they had creations of Bile and Red Corsairs in here. I'm a little, I don't know. Maybe it was a missed opportunity, but I just don't think that's exactly what Fallen is, right?
Oh, I don't think Fallen should go in this book.
Yeah, no, I know, right? Because like they're not Chaos Space Marines. Like these things wouldn't look.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't make sense, right?
Right. I don't know. I think.
Sorry, I'm looking at chat.
There's just no answer to this question because there's only 2 units you can choose from, right?
Which units? So
No, go away, you stupid bots.
yeah. I wish we could answer this question better, Three Amigos. We need to do some research because people are asking it every time.
Also, I wish YouTube would stop telling me to run ads.
It's not telling you to run ads.
No, it is. The
This
newest
would be a
feature.
great time to put an ad in.
Yeah, the newest feature after gifted members, which was a great feature,
Yeah.
is the terrible feature of just running ads live.
What?
Because everybody wants to watch ads, right?
You can just like trigger it?
Yeah, I can just run ads.
So just cable TV again. We've just gone back to cable TV.
That's horrible.
Where am I going? I'm trying to kick the bots out forever.
Just a second, guys.
No, they
like
can
a-
see us.
I know.
Just
here
like
we
a
go.
I'm
Cliff,
explaining why we're just staring.
just like a Cliff Bar ad right now would be cool.
And it'd be like at the worst place time, like right in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah.
They didn't even take the time to like cut it well.
No, I'm just gonna click this button. No, I'm not gonna click the button. I'm not gonna run an ad. Can't answer this. Look, we don't know anything about Fallen. Other than that, there's only 2 units.
Cypher's cool though.
Cypher's really good. I would just put him in normal lists.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
Oh,
Because he's an agent of chaos. So you can just
Yeah.
run him anytime you want.
yeah, he's cool.
Cypher, stop sniping. I do have the old Cypher.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Someone, Soups is sending.
Yeah. Birthday boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Happy birthday. Seems.
Birthday.
All right, let's finish strong here. Thanks, Crypt Shadow. We just have a few left. Thanks, Crypt Shadow. Hey, Titans. Alpha versus Genestealers. Would love to see an Alpha Legion Legionnaire with a fake arm pretending to be a follower of the 3-arm member.
Some dedication. I love it.
Oh my god.
Finishing strong here. Don't worry.
Finish out strong.
We're going to make it.
Thanks, Crypt Shadow.
Thanks. Stuart, I'm an Alpha Legion player. Character loadout ideas. Master of Execution as Warlord with Clandestine and Drake Scale plate. Mark of Slanesh.
Yeah, so the Master of Execution, I was like, hey, Adrian, this guy's cool. And Adrian's like, he's so bad.
He's
He's
bad.
an elite. He's not even a warlord. He's not even an HQ.
Which is a great thing about him.
Yeah. And I think he looks cool. What does he do?
You gotta swap his head, but other than that, he's cool.
I like that his ribcage is on his pauldron.
Yeah, someone else.
He can heroically intervene 6.
Probably.
Each time he does, 6-inch heroic intervention.
Okay.
Reroll wounds against characters.
Yeah.
His axe of dismemberment is strength 7, AP 3, 2 damage.
Wait, this is the Emperor's Champion, but with an axe instead of a sword.
Mark of Slanesh. I haven't been playing.
That's fight first. Mark of Slanesh is fight first.
Fight first.
And then you give him the Drake Scale plate, Clandestine.
Clandestine is the one I had today. It's hit transhuman
And Drake's scale plate gives you wound transhuman,
And-
transhuman,
and 2 up save.
+1 to your save, right?
Yeah.
Technically.
And you get that at the low cost of I think like 85 points
And 2 command points.
and 2 command points.
No, I think it's a cool combo. I love
65 points.
He's
Oh.
65 points.
That's why I was like into
Okay,
him.
That's
yeah.
a steal.
I'm into him.
Yeah.
That's the squad. That's the
I might take him without the upgrades. I might just take the vanilla guy.
dude. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
65
Yeah,
Like, he doesn't
I
need-
definitely want one.
Okay, I'm on board again.
He doesn't need any warlord traits or relics. Just like a beat stack. How many attacks? 6? 5? If you say 3, I'm out. Like we're not screwing around with 3 attacks.
6.
I am so good at guessing profiles. And I do mean guessing.
Big fan. I think. Okay, I'm
Oh,
so.
and each time he attacks with the weapon, unmodified 6s, 2 mortal wounds.
To win? 6 is
instead?
to win?
Yeah, instead.
He's
6s are
a
mortals.
judiciary, is what they made him. Interesting.
Kind of, yeah.
Except for no fight last, which is like the best part about him.
Yeah, I thought he looked kind of cute for his points.
I'm into it, yeah.
Interesting.
Thanks,
The
Mac.
points changes it.
Could Abaddon beat a demon Primarch? No.
Yeah, some of them.
Which demon Primarch could he beat?
I don't know. Some
Name one demon Primarch that you think
Lorgar?
Abaddon has any oh,
lower guy.
no, you're right. Yep.
He could beat Lorgar.
Lorgar's a pushover.
Yeah.
He was never much of a fighter.
Yeah.
But other than Lorgar, take him out of the picture.
No, he couldn't beat any of like the big
The
ones.
actual Demon Primarch.
No. Well, I don't know. We hear so little about like what they're up to these days. You know.
There aren't that many of them. Kurz is dead.
Spoiler.
That's not a spoiler. Every book that they write about Kurz is like, I know when I'm going to die, and then they talk
But
about.
we don't know. We're not omniscient.
What?
Are you omniscient?
Okay,
Anyways.
so Kurz is dead.
Yeah. Now you guys know.
Who else? Like Mortarian's a Demon Primarch. Magnus is a Demon Primarch. We know that
Angron.
Pretty Boy,
Fulgrim.
is a Demon Primarch. Angron is probably a Demon Primarch,
You
but I don't
think
know if that's
Fulgrim's pretty?
concerned. Or is that is that confirmed?
I'm
Is
Nick.
Angron definitely a Demon Primarch?
Yes.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
4 known. Is Lorgar definitely a Demon Primarch?
I've heard it, but I don't know for a fact myself.
Well, even in Horus Heresy, he was there. There are 2 versions of him. Well, but one wasn't like a demon; it was transfix. It was like a transcendent one. There was like
Lorgar?
yeah. There were like
Oh,
2 versions.
he had Erebus send like spooky demon. Erebus would send messages with demons. Is that what you're talking about?
No, in,
like
in the
astral
Horus
project?
Heresy, there were like 2 versions you could play in
Oh.
1.0 Horus Heresy.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's actually, I think there's 2 models.
No.
He is a demon prey. There's some version. There's some weird thing.
Perturabo is a Demon Primarch. I did not know that.
Yeah, Perturabo.
But Alfarius and Omegon are dead, right?
No.
One of them's dead?
We think one of them's dead. But I'm.
But nothing about them is ever
I'm
confirmed
on-
because they're
Yeah. That's why I say I think we think.
they're like.
Right.
But I don't think they would fall to be Demon Primarchs anyway.
No.
And we know Conrad's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Who's left? That's 7
Horus.
dead. 8. That's 8. That's all 8. No, there's 9. Who are we missing? I don't know who are we missing. Chat, who are we missing?
Anyways,
We're just gonna sit here and we're gonna do this.
in the game, like in game, Abaddon could beat Mortarion for sure. Magnus.
No, not in game.
He.
Just in lore.
But at this point, you're just naming all the Primarchs, the Demon Primarchs.
Yeah, to see if there's one that he could beat. We think he could beat Lorgar because he's kind of a pushover.
Probably beat Omegon or whatever Alfarius.
He's
'cause
not.
Apparently he's not.
But
a
he's
demon.
not a Demon Primarch.
Exactly.
So that's not even in the list. You can't. That doesn't count.
Then why do you bring him up? Huh?
Because I was listing off all the Primarchs, so
Exactly.
we knew which ones were Demon Primarchs.
Yeah,
He
I don't
can't
know.
beat Angron. He can't beat Perturabo. He's not gonna beat Magnus. Magnus will just explode his head from a light year away. No, he's not gonna beat Mortarion.
I don't know. I'm becoming more and more torn about this because he's just such a more important character than any of these other people at this point. That he might.
So you
actually
think
be able to
plot
beat
armor?
them.
You think it's just he's gonna plot armor his way through?
Kind of, yeah. Like that's like he's like the. He's like the chosen one of Chaos Ascendant. Like, in the end, I think he's the one that if anyone of Chaos wins, it's him at the end. So now I'm actually gonna say I think he would beat all of them. That's my answer. No problem.
We're gonna move on. We have to agree to disagree on that one.
That's fair.
Thanks, Dave.
Hey,
I'm Team Zach. Abby just riding the coattails of Papa Horus.
yeah,
I don't know about that.
I don't think did I say that? I don't know if I said that.
you did now.
Did you say that? Why would you say that, Zach?
I don't know if I said that.
I disagree with that. I don't like Abaddon particularly, but I
I
don't
like
think he was
Abaddon
ever,
way more than I like Horus.
I don't think Abaddon was ever riding Horus's coattails.
Do you guys ever get the Horus was just really just did an awful job with that whole heresy thing. Just like
Well,
seems like
he
didn't do that
wasn't
thing.
in charge, dude.
Just
like
stumbled through that.
Well, that's kind of I think part of the idea.
Yeah,
By
he
the end, he was
wasn't-
basically a zombie.
he wasn't in charge. Like he was kind of just the figurehead.
Yeah.
He was a puppet.
Yeah,
Just like Lorgar.
He got played from the beginning. Yeah,
Erebus really played all of them.
yeah,
That's why Erebus is so cool.
yeah. But he's not like good at fighting. Okay, so
No, I'm not saying Erebus is good at
No,
fighting.
he is as a demon prince.
Here we go.
Oh my.
Thanks, Liam. Hey, Titans. I recently got my dad back into the hobby.
Oh, nice.
And he wants to start a Granite army. Any advice? Also, he has a bunch of metal models. Advice on that?
Metal models strip really well. You can put them in any number of cleaning materials. They strip really well. And look, especially nowadays, it's just like you get like almost credit for having and playing those old models. It's just cool, you know? You get hipster points. Starting Grey Knight's army. So Grey Knights are weird because of things like the Dread Knights that have kind of skewed a lot of the time. You know, I think jury's somewhat out on what's good right now, but I think the Dread Knights are once again kind of very strong. And I know that's not for everyone, so I will say this. If you think he'll like the Dread Knights, you could certainly lean into them heavily. If he doesn't like them, you could also not lean into them heavily. So obviously I would start with, I don't know if they have like start collecting or something, but as far as units go, you obviously want to try to get your strikes. So probably 2 boxes of strikes, so you can run at least the 3x5. You're going to want...
Funny thing about Grey Knights, it's like Custodes in that there aren't that many kits, and the kits just build multiple things.
That's true.
So it makes it a lot easier to be like, I know I want 40 infantry.
Yeah.
So I'll just buy 8 5-man boxes. I think they are still 5-man boxes.
Oh, really?
But they're cheap. They're like $30 boxes.
That's good.
So you're like, cool, I want 40 infantry. I'm going to buy 8 5-man infantry boxes, and I can split those between strikes and infiltrators when I learn more about what I like. There's a Terminator box. The characters are all blister packs, and they're expensive. But welcome to Space Marines.
Yeah, I agree.
And then vehicles. Then you're looking at vehicles. I think maybe get a Rhino if you like Rhinos.
I think Rhinos
Dreadnoughts are cool.
Yeah.
You probably still own a Land Raider, and that's enough. One is enough.
Yep.
You're good on Land Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah, I would start by building out the battalion, honestly.
Yeah.
Pick your 2 favorite characters. Get your strikes for your troops. Get a couple interceptors. Yeah, I said it right. And like a Dread Knight or 2. Maybe start with the character one.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great starting point. Enjoy.
Yeah, you're going to have a good time. Grey Knights are a blast.
They're fun.
Hey, Stuart, another loadout question. Lord with Headhunter trait, Gift of Chaos for Viper's Spite, Pistol, and Hydra's Teeth. There's a lot of stacking rules here.
Yeah, so I like this. I want to build this guy. I actually need to do some conversion. I'm so bad at conversion. I need to build my own dude like this. But what you're making is a super cool sniper. What is Gift of Chaos for Vipers? What's Gift of Chaos?
It's a strat to give you a relic, right?
Yeah, but you can't have 2 relics on a person.
Unless that's what that strat does. There are strats like that in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can use this stratagem to give a Mark of Chaos character model a 2nd relic.
Yeah.
Providing 1 replaces a weapon, which that is what this does.
Wait, but what is Viper's Spite?
Yeah, let's check Viper's Spite. I'm not sure if you need...
Sounds like an Alpha Legion.
It is, I think.
It isn't the like single shot. No,
That's the Hydra's Teeth.
God, I love that trait.
But I don't think you can stack Hydra's Teeth with relic weapons. So let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, they're replacing different weapons. You replace the pistol, you replace the
They're
chainsaw.
both pistols?
No, the Hydra's Teeth is a chainsword.
No, that was... but that doesn't stack with any of this. Then you have like a sniper guy that also fights.
Yeah, so, okay. Here's why you don't need Viper's Spite to do this. But what Viper's Spite is it's a pistol that this relic replaces a bolt pistol. It's a 18-inch pistol 6, strength 4, AP 3, 1 damage pistol.
Yeah, it's cute.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's cute. But when you use the Hydra's Teeth, it is not the weapon is considered to be a relic for all rules and purposes. Each time the bear is selected to shoot, you can choose for that weapon to fire Hydra's Teeth bolt. If you do, the bear can only make 1 attack with that weapon. So, and then what it does is the attack automatically hits. You add 2 to strength, damage, and AP, and then you can't take invuln saves.
But then you're giving up your 6 shots.
Right. So you wouldn't
So you don't take Viper's. I don't think you would want Viper's Spite with this. Like it's a CP. The only thing you're getting out of it is
AP 5, no invuln, 3 damage.
AV5, AP 5.
And the range, 16-inch range.
Yeah.
And the range.
But it's not amazing. It's just deal 3 damage to target
But I
character
bet
within
you could
18
get a guy
inches.
with a bolter and give this to them.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a bolt weapon.
Yeah.
Can you? Is there an awkward way in which you can give a Chaos Lord 2 pistols? I think you can shoot both of these.
No, and actually, I'm not sure there's a way to give a Chaos Lord a bolter.
Yeah, that might be the case.
That's also a
That
problem.
sounds right.
But I'm super into this guy. I definitely want to build him. Adrian and I were talking about it very early on. I was like, with Headhunter and with the Hydra's teeth, and yeah, I don't think there's. Could you? Ooh, yeah. I want to look through and see what characters this would be cute on. Headhunter, I think, can also only be on infantry. So because who I was checking out was a Lord Discordant, like
He
a
doesn't have
Lord.
a bolt weapon,
Uh,
unfortunately.
right.
Got
right.
autocannon or bale flamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thought.
Yeah.
Thanks, Short Yeti.
Hey up.
Zone Mortalis when? Easy way into 30k content, and it's the coolest mode, especially with the first edition expanded rules added. Dramatic boarding actions in the cold void of space. Y'all are great.
Oh, thanks, Short Yeti.
Those rules aren't legal anymore, are they? They're not. I mean, obviously you can play whatever you want, but like they're not.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
You can't.
Unless,
And I'm excited for reactions.
through it.
Reactions are cool rules.
yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Look, we're gonna do 30k.
We're doing 30k. It's happening. I'm excited. I'm actually gonna paint some of those new models you built for me tomorrow. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay, quick update. You know who you're going to put this on?
Yeah.
You're going to put this
Delta
on...
Master of Executions.
No, you're going to put this on someone in Terminator armor.
Sorcerer? No, they
they
don't
can
have
the
pistols.
Storm Bolter.
Oh, they could have a Storm Bolter.
Or yeah,
So you get extra range.
because then you have a 24-inch range. Yeah. You ignores Lookout Sir. And re-rolls wounds. So what this character will be doing, auto hits.
Yeah.
It'll only be AP 2,
Strength 6.
Strength 6, re-rolls the wound,
And 3 damage.
and flat 3 damage. And a 6
And you can
is,
Zinch mark
a 6
him,
is
so
a mortal
it's-
wound in addition, but you know.
You can Zinch mark him for 3 AP.
No, because they don't have an icon.
Butts.
Correct.
So it's the 2 AP, and in the era of armor content, it's sort of like probably you're going into a 4-up or 5-up. 5-up is okay, I guess.
If you're Slanesh, you could 1 CP guaranteed that the wound rolls a 6.
That'd be cool. It's the hit roll is immortal though. They have,
In
I think that was a joke.
In
I don't
addition.
think
Yeah,
spending
yeah,
a
I know,
CP
I
here
know.
is
It
amazing.
wouldn't be worth it.
it would be worth
but
it. I know.
Unless
This whole
you have
combo,
to
I think, is
kill,
quite tenuous.
you have to kill one character who's on 3 wounds right now, then it's amazing.
Well, what is it? So here's what I like about it. It is a Chaos Lord, so you're getting the Lord perk, right?
Of core rerolls once.
Yeah, and it's like a cool Chaos Lord if you're in, especially in a shooty
Yeah.
build.
Because otherwise he's just sitting in the back.
He's sitting in the back and he's doing 3 damage,
He's like, yeah.
which is a killing. Well, it's putting a Terminator on 4-up. It's like 4
Unless they're in cover.
Wait, it's
Oh, sorry, it's
AP2?
AP 5.
Well, the way
you
he's building
stack
it with
the
the
guns.
crazy with the Viper's spite, it is. Yeah, it's not bad. It sort of is like it's the equivalent of like having the hammer and the sword. You now have this Terminator
6 shot or 1 shot.
that does the 6 shots or the 1
Right.
shot.
But I don't, you can't use this trait with that relic pistol.
I don't know how
Because
that.
it says you treat it as a relic.
The strat to give you a second relic is just as long as one of them replaces a weapon.
Has already replaced
The
it.
I know,
Viper's
but this
Spite
other one
replaces a pistol.
effectively it's a relic replacing your relic, basically.
No, it just says a bolt weapon can do this.
Yeah, Drake's the weird
ammo
ammo
thing.
is just a bolt.
Just
No, I know
a
that.
bolt weapon can do
But then it
this.
says this weapon is treated as a relic.
Oh, it actually does say that. I think.
So it's very...
Oh yeah, might not actually work.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right, thanks, Goran or Goran. Can the Alpha Legion be competitive, and can you put Abaddon in an Alpha Legion army?
Yes, you can. Put Abaddon in an Alpha Legion army. Ha, I answered the easy question.
Yeah.
Can it be competitive?
Right now, I have like a sense of watching these guys play because I don't go do competitive 40K, but I have a sense that it's in the tier that is not the Drukhari and Friends tier. So it is in this. It's in this tier. It's in the Genestealer Cult and Friends tier.
I would lump them in similar to Space Marines. I'll put
Yeah.
them like third.
Middle of the road.
Yeah.
Middle of the road, which is fine.
3 tier.
It's not good.
Yeah. There's going to be just like things that just wreck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks again, Tea Time with Toby.
Thank you.
Apologies, forgot a proper question. Basically, if you're running Ultras, Calgar, or Daddy Robot, also, how many dreads or too many do you worry about OBSEC?
Yeah, 100%. I think the new Nephilim mission has showed that you can't mess around too much.
Yeah.
You know, and I think for me, the thing I keep thinking of is like the Death Guard list that were just all demon engines. You just can't anymore.
No.
You can't to the last, you can't Stranglehold. Same thing with too many Dreadnoughts. I think you could do 3 Redemptors still comfortably, call it a day. I think after that, you're really starting to sacrifice
Yes.
playing the game.
Especially since you have 3 dreads and the G, Big G.
Big G.
That's a lot of points of
G-Daddy.
not OBSEC.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we run Big G, because, like, he's amazing. Yeah.
Totally. Totally.
I think Sin Lord. Hey, Titans. Game's done. Was such a fun night. Boys versus Thousand Sons was hard and lost at turn 3. At turn 3-2. 2 game. Game 2? Bellacore,
Yeah.
Magnus, Lord of Change, and Knight Rampager versus Custodes. Custodes won with 4 victory points. Thanks, Max, for the night.
That's fun.
Custodes won that game?
That's cool.
Against Chaos Big Boys?
Yeah, well, Knight Rampager. Right, so it's all melee. So if you
but-
make your 4-ups. You know?
3 Psychers, though.
Huh?
It's Magnus, Bellacore, Lord of Change, Knight Rampager.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the rest.
It's Chaos Big Boys. And I feel like Chaos Big Boys are heavily advantaged against Custodes.
Yeah. It's a 4-point game, so very close.
And, you know, a year ago, I would have said at least Custodes have the OBSEC advantage. The Chaos Big Boys will never hold any objectives.
Right.
Not anymore.
Very interesting.
Right.
Ah.
I'm impressed.
Well played to those Custodes. That's tough.
Thanks, Dave. Adrian, how do you feel about the Incarn? There seems to be no limit on its inevitable death per turn that I found. Multiple jumps to get up the board. Don't see the model used very often, though.
Yeah, so I think it's quite strong. I think people talk about Ynnari, and to me the reason you take Ynnari is for the named characters. Doubly so with Nephilim, as we discussed before. Named characters give you just a little bit of extra stuff, even if you don't pay for their relic, their warlord trait. And they always, not always, but since the launch, to me, they've seemed like they have interesting synergy, or they can work well into things in the meta. So like the Ynnari, the Incarn has this ability, and the Vizark has it, I think, on 6s, the ability to just ignore invulns. Now I know we're in an Armor of Contempt era, but we're also still in an era of things like Harlequins with just invuln saves. And frankly, the Incarn has crazy high IP, if I recall. And so you need that in order to have ignore invulns matter. So I think they're very interesting. Off the top of my head, I don't know if or where there's a place to stop the number of times you can do that.
Well, there is when you come in from reinforcements or redeploy, you can't move again for any reason other than charge, pylon, and consolidate. I don't know if that applies here.
Yeah.
That's like I remember that it was back and forth for a long time years ago
Yeah.
on how the Incarn redeploy thing worked.
Yeah.
And it ended on you can only do it once. And it was that way for a long time. I don't know if it's still that way, if they like accidentally undid that ruling, which they probably did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where you should look if you want to get an answer to that question definitively. Excuse me. And yeah, we have to play Ynnari on the channel.
We do. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Coming. So that'd be great. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate the question.
Thanks, Thomas. Do you think sisters need more vehicle support? Like,
I think their vehicles need more support.
to have more vehicles?
No, the vehicles need help.
Oh, because everything else is amazing.
Yeah. Exorcists. I love Immolators. They're so cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I think their vehicles need support. And Castigators, also cool.
So, yeah, I mean, I think the thing with sisters is, like, a bunch of their stuff is core locked, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think if that's actually the problem, though, right? Because Immolator, if it was a relatively efficient transport, like I don't think you have to be core for that to be useful, especially with Miracle Dice. And the Exorcist as this like backfield artillery.
You can reroll ones would be nice.
That one could benefit from core. That's true.
But yeah, it is kind of an internal balance thing. Everything else is just amazing.
Yeah. Castigator, I would love a complete redesign. I just don't know why they made this awesome new tank with like 3 autocannons. It's so old-fashioned.
Because the people who make the models don't talk to anyone else.
I know. Well, they need to do what they did for the Stormbolters and say, hey, these are like angel autocannons or whatever.
Right.
And they're better. You know, you could do something like that. So.
Yeah.
But the other two, I think, with points reductions, you could make them worthwhile enough, especially the Immolator.
Thanks again to Chris. Bridger, why do you keep trying to deny Nid Dad?
Nid Daddy. Yeah, Chris wants to know.
I just don't believe in Nid Dad.
Look.
He's not
Nid Dad's not really
conflicts with my religion
Nid Daddy.
of no Nid Dads.
Why you think Tyrannus can be sexy?
Here's this one here from Amsterdam.
Thanks, Amsterdam. Hey, Titans. Brainstorming about what the Leagues of Votann playstyle will be. I think they will be durable vehicle-focused faction. What would you like them to have, and how would you like them to play?
I want them to be vehicle-focused, like transport-focused. Would be super cool.
I'm honestly pretty confused based off the 3 things they showed.
I'm not very happy.
I don't know what they're supposed to be doing, because they're kind of all over the place. From those 3 units, it's like...
Yeah, I don't want to be down on them either, especially, you know, Amsterdam's into them. I'm sure they're going to be cool, but whatever reason, I was prepared to be blown away.
Yeah.
And I'm not. The lore, everything is just sort of like, so they're so are we getting another Imperium army? We've got a lot of those.
No, they're not Imperium.
They're
I
not.
know.
They're explicitly
I know.
not Imperium.
Yep.
This
they're
is the
Xenos.
exact problem.
They're a Xenos faction.
Explicitly not Imperium.
They're definitely not
They're,
Imperium.
you cannot soup them with Imperium. They're Xenos.
No, I know, but just like in flavor and style, you know?
Yeah, the ion guns they have are pretty Imperial.
No, and you know, that's, I don't know, but and then I agree. Like the units that have come out, I'm a little confused. They're a little all over the place.
Do you like the apron robot?
I think the robot's been my favorite so far.
Yeah.
I want to see the guys, the basic guys,
Right.
but with their helmets on, if that's an option.
Oh, it's got to be an option, right?
Yeah, because they actually did post stuff recently, but they didn't have helmets, did they?
I think one of them had the helmet like almost closed, but I want there to be I want my whole army helmeted. If I did this.
Wow,
army.
you just want to cover up their faces, huh?
I do. I mean, I do have my Tau. Like I like that look better. I don't know. Playstyle wise, yeah, I want them to be slow until they get into their vehicles. Like I hope they have like 4-inch movement, like dwarves and Sigmar.
I bet they do.
And then like, but they've got it.
That'd be
Then they have
crippling,
these,
though.
like, super. But then they have like these fast vehicles.
No, they
Yeah,
probably
but
move
that'd
fine.
be-
They probably move
Or they
fine.
have like some bounding. Some of them are in like some gear that give them more movement. They can.
I want them to have moon shoes.
Yeah, moon shoes. Yeah, I want moon shoes too. We
And
all
they
want
have a
moon shoes.
rule that's just called moon shoes,
Yeah.
and it's plus 4 inches move.
Like, why didn't they just put that in the profile? That's weird.
No, because they needed to call out the moon shoes.
Well, not everyone will have the moon shoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody has moon shoes.
Apron robot probably doesn't have moon shoes. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, when they first came out and they showed that very first model, and it had this stylistic paint job, I thought it was so cool, and I was like, I'm gonna be into this. Like, this is definitely something I'm gonna want to get involved in.
Yeah.
But I've really just been like, there's a lot of other stuff I'd rather paint in 40K, and
Yeah.
it's not like a project interest of mine anymore. That could change. I don't know.
I hope they do. I hope they just knock us out of the park.
All right, two last super chats here. Thanks, Gladiator Group Gaming. What do you think about unironic Hellblasters and White Scars, Strength 6 AP3 in Armor of Contempt era? Also, gonna go out there and say that Zach is my favorite Titan. Tell him not to hold back, and if you have darkness inside, let it shine, Zach.
Let the darkness shine.
Thanks, Gladiator Group Gaming.
That's your whole response?
What
So?
else would I say?
Oh,
Thank
Wow.
okay.
Is he still your favorite Titan?
Yeah, well, thank you.
I think there's a slot available, Bridger. We can make a play for this.
It's nice. Thank you. What do we think?
Yes, I think I think it's okay.
So this would be the the
assault
ones.
They're 3 shots.
3 shots. And you get their damage too?
No, you can't overcharge them.
Really?
I think so.
No, that doesn't sound right. Those goes.
I'm looking around, but like I don't. They can't be 6 up to 7. That doesn't make any sense. I think it's 3 shots and you can't overcharge.
So instead of getting up to get the book, you decided to just negotiate the profile?
Yes. Chat will correct me.
Nah.
If they can overcharge up to 2 damage, chat will tell me.
Oh my god. They have to be.
What are you 2 doing? I'm not getting up.
Oh my god. Alright, I'll get it. Oh my god.
You're not going to just go away for chat? Chat will tell us.
Gladiator Group Gaming, I got you. I'm making a bid for favorite Titan.
It's been a long day, Zach.
It has been a long day.
You know what I'm going to do after this?
What's that?
I'm going to go see the Jurassic World movie. I heard it was not good.
Oh. Okay. I haven't really had food today.
Oh, yeah, I have to eat first.
Yeah.
And then Jurassic World.
The Sneaky Boy games can
They can get long.
they can go long. It's true.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to read the last couple of super chats here while Adrian's looking around. Thanks, Michael Cody. Have a weekend so good. You're happier than Adrian fantasizing about Nid Dad. This also explains the dad debate with B-Dog.
Daddy. Yeah, why don't you want to say daddy? Because it's a little weird.
so gross.
It is. We all hate
Why?
it. We actually all hate it, right? There used to be this place that we got banh mi from called Mommy's.
Oh yeah,
And
Mommy's Banh Mi.
we hated saying it. We hated that it was called Mommy's Banh Mi. And then they had like all these like weird just like slogans, and then like Adrian would be super weird about it, whatever. Like, hey, I'm gonna get banh mi, and Adrian would be like, oh, you're gonna get from Mommy? And I'm like, stop, just stop. It's gross.
It was great.
Yeah,
horrible.
I'm not into the whole mommy
Look,
daddy thing.
I don't know if you know this, Zach. The chat
into
can't make us say anything.
What?
They can't make you say things.
Look, there's a $20 super chat that says differently.
Yeah, no, we're gonna say these things, but the point is, we're all not into it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely copying and pasting that one. What is it? The Alpha Legion, like
That
with
was
a
a
3-arm Genestealer. What if they? That is so good. Oh my
That was a good one.
Oh man.
Chad already told us they do supercharge.
Yeah, they go to strength 7 with 2 damage.
Need to get the book.
It would have been okay.
Look, is it good? I think it's okay. They're still overpriced. That's the problem with Hellblasters. And it's 18-inch range.
No, they're 24-inch range.
Ooh.
You know how I knew that?
You
had the book.
Dude, Chad would have corrected me. But you can advance and shoot because you're white scars, and they do have a secondary that's advance and shoot things.
That's a lot of
Look,
shots.
I think it's fine.
I'm kind of into it.
It's fine.
I'm kind of into it.
I would describe it as perfectly fine.
How many points are they?
A lot.
You sure?
Yes. They're at least 30 points a model
30 points a model for these ones?
for all Hellblasters.
Let's take a look. Hold on.
Are you checking Battlescribe? Because
Yep.
we didn't need to get the
If it's 30, I'll give that to you, but that's it. Here we go. I have random salamanders list from February. And heavy sport. Ooh, Karen Punisher. Hellblasters. Don't make me laugh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
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 Mm. Yeah.
Okay, so...
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. What's 165 divided by 5?
Oh, they're cheaper than... No, they're more than 30.
They're more.
They're more than 30
33.
points. Ooh.
That's a little
That's
expensive.
a lot.
Maybe if they were 30.
That's a lot of points.
Suddenly 30 doesn't look so bad.
Definitively fine is how I would describe them.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Okay.
The
I
price is painful.
think if it makes sense in your list, you need some anti-tank. White Scars don't necessarily have a ton of it. Maybe Eradicators are still better. Almost certainly. But, yeah, I don't know.
I think White Scar is just one punch man tanks. They just hit
They
them.
don't. They're strength 4.
Yeah, but then it's 2 damage.
Okay.
And the tank goes flying because it's an anime now.
Good. I think we have another super chat.
We do, thanks, John. Adrian, what's the deal, yo?
Dealio.
Where the heck is your custom marine pretend to be Space Wolves army at?
I know.
Wolfie boys want Primaris upgrades.
I know. Actually, you guys want to hear something cool? Tomorrow, I'm playing another game of 40K with my wife, Mel.
My wife.
My wife. That's my wife. Yeah, she kind of just wants to get more familiar with everything. So we started talking about armies. So she's interested in like Space Wolves and Sisters. She wasn't interested in Thousand Suns, but like she also plays AOS.
That's a
so
tall
she
order.
knows like the difference between like what she likes in theory and like how she would actually want to play the game. You know, and Thousand Suns are like thematically and aesthetically matches her, but play style and
a tall
complexity,
order.
it's just so much. So we're gonna play Space Wolves tomorrow. But yeah, John, look, they're coming. They're coming. The same thing happened that always happens every time. I'm like on the verge. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm working on it. I literally was working on them, and they're like, by the way, the game, we're just gonna flip it on its head, and now you're gonna work on all this other stuff too, and you have to get that out. They're like, oh, suddenly I have to paint my fist or whatever. So it's coming. It's happening. Prepare yourself. Yeah.
All right, last 2 super chats here, and then we're done. And we're going through these quick. Thanks, Michael Cody. Do what Dad says, Bridger. Thanks to
Daddy,
Chris.
do what Daddy
I
says.
think
Surely
we need to
Nid
give his
Dad
money
being
back
gross-
if you don't say it right.
Do what Daddy.
Surely Nid Dad being gross ties into GSC.
Nid Daddy.
Nid Daddy.
Nid Daddy.
You can say Nid Daddy. It's fine.
Why?
Do what Nid Daddy
Look, I don't
says,
like it
Bridger.
either, but you gotta say it, dude.
You don't have to say it. You can filter all of this, Zach.
Space Wolves. That's true. That's true.
This is why I'm the favorite among that one.
No. You don't even do
among
accents,
the
Zach.
Yes, I do.
You don't even do
I
accents?
I do the best Brian.
When they ask you to do voices.
Okay, that's fair, but I do the best Brian.
That's really good.
That was scary. That was terrifying. Oh man.
Ah, well.
Got some daddy issues here.
Yeah,
That's gonna.
what? No, that I'm not okay with. That was not okay. Like, God,
that's what I'm saying. You can't say it.
You two need to rein it in.
Two? You two? I haven't said it once.
That's the problem though. You're like making it worse by like not saying
No,
the thing.
you just filter the super chats, and then nobody needs to know. You just
Nothing
put a
wrong
filter
with
on.
Oh,
it.
God.
It's just daddy. You can say daddy.
Yeah, not daddy issues. After we're talking about Brian, though, that's uncomfortable.
Well, that's gonna do it for us today. I don't know the outro.
Look, you have a little bit of time to finish voting for Tuesday's game. If you're a member, check it out. It's gonna be awesome. Look, the vote is still very, very close. So if you care between Sisters and Thousand Suns, get your vote in there. I know if it's a tie, I can't play both armies. We're not. And the other person's also not playing one of those armies. So pick your side, chat. There's definitely some vote manipulation happening. With that, lots of exciting stuff happening next week. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, spending your dear and important time to hang out with us. We appreciate it. We'll catch you all next time on the Tabletop.
Bye.